YouTube, check it out. This video, it's gonna get straight to it, okay? I'm gonna get straight to it. This is a tutorial slash what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do next? You know what I mean? It's like a game type of thing. So just all the students play along, huh? Just play along. But I'm out. So my client wanted a mid fade with about a ½ inch off the top. I asked him if he wanted the curls to hang over on the sides and he said yes. So right now I got my duck clips. I'm pinning the hair up top, making sure that the part is fairly even. I'm not gonna be going too detailed with the part, but I'm just trying to make sure everything is neat as possible. Everything is laid down, and I do this every time before I start cutting because that kind of plays out on how neat this haircut is gonna look. Okay, so as far as fading goes, your client walks in, said he wants a mid fade. What is the next step? Is it A, one guard open, B, bald line, C, two guard open, or D, none of the above? So if you answered D, you are absolutely correct. Using the Andis cordless masters with the lever closed, I'm setting in my bald line. Now this isn't to say that you can't use a one guard or a two guard to debulk and then continue on fading and do your steps that way. This is just a way. You guys have been watching my videos, you guys should know what I do first, and sometimes I like to switch it up, and this is just a way to keep you guys engaged basically on finding out what is the next step. So now that you got the bald line in how you want it, let's see if you could guess the next step. Is it A, one guard open, B, lever open, C, two guard open, or D, none of the above? And the correct answer is D, none of the above. And I know some of y'all out there is like, but mama says, mama says it was B, lever open. But listen, let me tell you something, all right? Mama's wrong. Mama's wrong again, okay? It's time to use the shavers. I'm using my Babyliss Gold FX shavers just to shave down the bottom, making it razor bald, just to add another transition to your blend. So let's see if you could guess the next step. Is it A, lever open, B, clipper over comb, C, two guard open, or D, three guard open? If you chose the letter A, you are absolutely correct, lever open. With the lever open, I'm going up about a ½ inch and I'm using my comb to force the hair down. That way, when I'm cutting, the hair stays in place. That way, I can keep my guidelines neat and I can keep that same width all the way around. All right, so it's time to guess the next step. Is it A, one guard open, B, two guard open, C, lever closed, or D, lever midway? And I think it's pretty obvious at this point that the answer is D, lever midway. Now, I know some of you guys out there that's gonna be like, hey, what about the lever closed? I'm just trying a new step, taking out that bottom line, because I know a lot of people have trouble taking out the bottom line with the lever closed. And, you know, especially just by itself is definitely difficult if you're not that experienced. So I would go with the lever midway to soften up that bottom line. So all my students in class, let's see if you guys can guess the next step. Is it A, one guard open, B, two guard open, C, lever closed, or D, none of the above? And of course, the correct answer is C, lever closed. So with the lever closed in a flick out motion, flick out that bottom line. Now it should be a lot easier to take out this bottom line, and just make sure you start below the line, flick to the line, and adjust your lever as you go up. So right here, I'm just going the extra mile by taking my trimmers and just doing some detail work, some touch-up work at the bottom that the lever close couldn't take out. So I'm just kind of cleaning up everything at the bottom, not really using the full blade, but just kind of using my corners, taking out some of this bulk at the bottom. Now that we was able to blend out the bottom the way we want it, let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is it A, one guard open, B, two guard open, C, three guard open, or D, clipper over comb? And of course, the correct answer is A, one guard open. So with the one guard open, I'm doing the same thing that I did with the lever open. I'm going up about a ½ inch, making sure that I keep it consistent all the way around, using my comb to bring that hair down, to use it as like a guideline leveler on how far I go up. So the one guard open is set in. Let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is it A, two guard open, B, clipper over comb, C, shear over comb, or D, none of the above? And the correct answer is B, clipper over comb. Even though you guys, if you guys guess C, shear over comb, I'll give you that too. So right now I'm doing clipper over comb, making sure my comb is straight up, giving my client that high top look, even though, you know, it's not a high top. I'm just kind of giving it that shape. I don't want to take off all of the bulk on top because I want something for the hair to sit on after the curls lay down. So now that we created that shape, let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is it A, one guard open, B, two guard open, C, one guard closed, or D, none of the above? And the correct answer is B, two guard open. So with the two guard open, I'm running the clippers straight up. With going against the grain, sometimes you got to go sideways like I'm going right now, but I'm not really taking off the bulk at the top. Like I said, I'm just giving my client that shape, making sure that the transition is there and it's not leaving it too bulky at the top. Alright, so let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is it A, one guard closed, B, two guard open, C, zero guard closed, or D, one guard open? And the correct answer is D, one guard open. So at this point, we're just going down, taking baby steps. I'm using my one guard open, and I'm just cleaning up that area between the 1 and the 2. Let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is the next step A, one guard closed, B, two guard open, C, zero guard closed, or D, one guard open? And the correct answer is A, one guard closed. So right now with the one guard closed, I'm just softening up that middle line, flicking out, using my corners as much as possible. It's okay if you use the full blade on this one because you're not going to be able to take out that line anyway. So this is just the perfect time to practice on using your corners. So now that we softened up that middle line, let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is it A, one guard closed, B, two guard open, C, zero guard closed, or D, one guard open? And the correct answer is C, zero guard closed. So with the zero guard closed in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Now keep in mind, you want to start below the line and flick to the line and adjust the lever as you go up. So let's see if you guys could guess the next step. Is it A, one guard closed, B, two guard open, C, zero guard closed, or D, none of the above? And the correct answer is D, none of the above, which is kind of wrong in a sense because it's detail work time, all right? This is when you pull out all of your tricks. This is where you pull out the rabbit out of the hat. So you use everything you can, be it the one guard, the two guard, the lever open, anything that can perfect your blend. And I encourage you guys to use your corners as much as possible. So before I start doing any shear work on top, I'm going to take out these duck clips and saturate my client's hair with water. when it comes to the shear work, I'm gonna start in the front. I'm gonna stretch out the hair as much as possible. With curls, it's extremely hard because the hair tends to curl over and you gotta cut it, and trying to match up somebody with curly hair is difficult, but all you have to do is cut that first piece, take a little bit of that piece, use that as a traveling guideline to match up everything else, and I'm just working my way back. I'm gonna work my way forward on the other side, and I'm gonna just repeat this process. So after I'm done with the shear work, I'm gonna add some product in my client's hair. Now this product that I'm using is called Johnny B Mold. This product is just perfect for curls in my opinion. And also after I'm done applying the product, I'm gonna blow dry in style. So my client doesn't really have too much of a hairline, so I'm gonna have to create one for him. I'm gonna take not even, I don't even want to say this is like an inch or a half inch. This is just very little that I'm pulling from the top hair. I'm gonna pin that up with some duct clips, and I'm gonna take it down with a 1 guard. Listen, let me tell y'all why they call me 360 Jeezy, because when it come in my chair, I spin them in a full 360 and it come out looking like bam. YouTube, this is the cut. And if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, if you like the beat, HustleDreamProduction, that's my brother, he does all my beats. His YouTube channel will be linked in the description below. And if you want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, the links will be in the description below as well. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. My Snapchat is Jeezy360 and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here. Chit.